Do a more longish type video. I'm on my big art table here, as you can tell, is very well used and very well loved. But what I'm going to do today, we leave in 2 days to go to Las Cruces, New Mexico for a trip, not for the big move. And we're going to find our rental house that we're going to be living in while we're building a house. So yeah, we leave Thursday. We'll be gone until the 28th. So April 20th through the 28th, the shop will be closed, and I'll be in New Mexico. Well, while we're going to be touring a bunch of houses, and also checking out some other things and the street market and blah blah blah. But I will also have a bit of an opportunity to paint. Now, I want to bring an art kit, but I don't want to bring my big Mambo etcher bag here. But I mainly have this so that I can use it as an easel. These are all like accessories that come with it that can be fastened into it. So here, I'm going to move this water because I don't want to spill it. These can all be fastened into the bag. Okay, look, it's super versatile. I didn't mean to do like a product review, but it's amazing. I have it set up as a backpack. It can also be set up as a shoulder bag, and it can also be set up over the shoulder to hold it flat, so you can stand or sit and draw or paint without an easel. Like this is the easel, but maybe I can show you. So it opens like this, and it has these to hold the top up. This is, you can tell this is well used too. This is a very hard surface here. And then you can take like your paper or tablet, and you can hold it down in these little bad boys right here, so the wind's not blowing it around or whatever. You can have, you know, space to put a palette or whatever, places for brushes, places for all your things. Now, it's great, absolutely great for that. And what I do is, and there's huge pockets, but what I do is I pack my easel, I don't know what to call it, a tripod in here, right? So that makes it a lot heavier because I have a heavy duty tripod. I pack that up in here, and there's a plate that goes in here. It's right here. So this plate goes in here, and that hole makes it so that you can attach it to a tripod, most standard tripods, and you can stand it up and paint on it that way. So it's like freestanding plein air painting. I'm just knocking everything over. Anyway, on most vacations and trips, that's what I take. And it does have some weight to it, especially when all of my supplies are in it and that tripod is in it. But it's fantastic. Like, the wind doesn't affect it. Like, it packs up, you know, you can carry so much art supplies with it. You have everything you need. I can hang a water container from it. You know, I can attach that. There's a ton of different attachments that go to it. Yada, yada, yada. But, so that's that. But I don't want to take it this time because we're going to be spending most of our time touring houses and stuff. And, touring around town, and I won't have a lot of time to paint, and most of the time that I have to paint, I can probably sit down to do so. Even on a hike, I can sit on a rock and whatnot, so I'm not taking that this time. So what I need to do is create a smaller watercolor kit, a smaller travel kit to take with that's not like that massive thing. Now, the other thing about that etcher bag, I don't know that I'm ready to carry around that kind of weight yet either after surgery. I am super duper healed. There are certain things I can't do just yet. Carrying a lot of weight is one of them. Leaning forward for a long period of time is one of them. Like, I can't put my head upside down to like put my hair in a bun kind of thing. But they're like, generally speaking, I'm like 100%. So, but I don't want to risk it with carrying too much weight. So, because this is just like, you know, it's not an art trip. It's a, it's a home trip. So, but I always have to have something with me to be able to create wherever I am, because God forbid I'm bored in an airport or something, right? So what I thought was, instead of that big heavy bag, I thought, okay, I have this backpack, and it has things that can come off of it, and like, you know, here, there's another, you know, little attachment here, and it's like a sling backpack. It's also like you can switch stuff around too, but it has a lot of pockets, and I thought I could use this as my carry-on. So essentially my carry-on, my purse, my art kit, my everything, and have just this one bag through the airport, and keep like my ID and phone and everything up in this front one, like really handy, and everything else back here. So I think that's what I'm going to go with, and I can be hands-free with this as well, which is nice, and it will definitely fit under the seat on the airplane up in front, or up in the compartment above. So I think that's what I'm going to work with as far as carrying stuff. Now, it looks like it's as big as the other one, but it's way lighter. We'll see once I have all the stuff in it I want to have in it. I would decided to just pull all of my watercolor stuff out and go through it and see, like, at this point, there's probably stuff I can get rid of, stuff I don't use, you know, all of that kind of thing, just consolidate things so I can, like, remember what I have, you know what I mean? But I have all of these kind of little bags and brush holders that are for travel, and like art bins. And there's I don't know what this is. This I don't want. Gosh. So I have all of these. I have this brush holder that I really like, because you can fold it like this and it stands up, and your brushes are like, you know, just like they're ready to go for you, like that, if you have a place to set them. Or you can just keep it closed if you're, you know, out and about. And it's pretty, right? So this was actually intended for nail brushes, like art brushes for nails. I got it at a nail convention, but I commandeered it for watercolor brushes. Anyway, I pulled out all of the brushes, all the watercolor brushes I could find. I have already tossed the ones that are just either trashed or like super cheapy and I don't want to use, and then I've kept out all of the ones that I do like or that I do use, and I've separated them by category of, mostly brand category. They're just rolling everywhere. This one I didn't even know I had, and to be fair, it might be, yeah, it's I think this came in as a nail brush maybe, but I've not ever used it. It says it's in number 12. Yeah, that's the problem. This is probably a nail brush, because, let me see, do I have a 12? This is a 12 Escoto watercolor brush, so if you can see, it's not really the same size, but I mean, it would be nice for travel if it, you know, holds water and holds pigment. So we might test that out in a little bit. I've got like, I have knocked so much stuff down. I have this pad to like test things out on because I have like pens. I don't know if they'll write, blah, blah, blah. This, the Strathmore Vision mixed media sketchbook thing is trash. I'm sorry. It's probably not trash for actually sketching with pencil and colored pencil and pastel and all of that kind of stuff, dry media, but you can't put anything wet on it. Like, it's, I mean, it's, I picked it up because it said mixed media. I know that. Not for like anything major, but I thought it could maybe hold something. It can't hold anything. It's like tissue paper. The minute anything moderately wet touches it, it's trash. But for swatching, I think it'll be all right because I don't plan on using it for anything, you know, fancy schmancy or anything like that. Move some of these out of the way. So I need to decide which of these things I'll be taking with me. And the two things that I knocked on the floor are like bottles like this, which I'm not going to grab right now. One's a dropper bottle, one's a spray bottle, and I have spray bottles up here, and I don't hardly ever use a dropper bottle, so I'll pick those up later because there's a tripod right here. I don't want to hit it and knock it over too. So this bag I love because it has a hangy thing. I can't remember. This is like maybe Disillusions or, you know, one of those kind of, oh, Dina Wakley, there, it says it right there. And it holds a lot, and I like this. Plus it looks like watercolors, so it's super cute. So I think my pens and pencils and shit like that are gonna go in here. I like that one. And I like this brush holder. And I think, and if I absolutely need it, because I have some brushes that are too long to fit in here, and if I want to bring those long ones, maybe I'll use this one. I found this at Antiques Village, and I just love it. It's like rubbery. It feels like jelly sandals. And I love it because it's nice and long, but it's like, you know, this triangle shape. I don't know. I just like it. Maybe because it makes me think of Toblerone. Whatever. This one is from IKEA, and it's super cute, but I think I'm going to leave this, and I'm going to leave this brush holder here. We have a lot to get through. It's going to be a long video. You know, just have a seat, chill. It's cold as fuck outside. It's ridiculous. It was 80 degrees like 2 days ago. It's 40 degrees today. Like, that's clown shoes. I hate it. But anyway, I'm about to head to the desert in 2 days, so how mad can I be? I'm going to move to a place that has sunshine 300 days out of the year. Like, that's how much I like to be warm. And how much I like light. There's just not enough light in Ohio for an artist, and that's just how I feel. So first I'm going to talk about brushes. Now I've separated these out by brand. My very, very favorite are these Escoda. And I've had these for a couple years, probably most of these. These are Escoda Prado. Are these all Prado? Probably, because I really love this. They are expensive. Yeah, these are all Prado. This one I have cut off. It was long like these guys. But before I had this long bag, I had to try to fit it in here. And it's, if you can see, it's like one of those like cat's tongue brushes in number 10. And I love it. But it wouldn't fit in my brush thing until I cut that off. Now I wish I had one that was regular length, and as soon as this one wears out, I'll probably get one. I have, let's see, I think I have 2 number 10 rounds. Yeah. So I have 2 number 10 rounds, and you can see they are well loved, but they are workhorses. Like, I can do just about anything with these. They hold good pigment and water. Like, I love them. Like, all of these are that way. I have a 12, which is enormous, you can see, but you can still get such a fine line even with these big Mambo ones. Love that. This is a number 8. So I got a number 8, and I use this one probably more than any other brush. And then these both are 4 rounds. So all of these are rounds except for that cat's tongue. And they're just beautiful, beautiful brushes. Again, expensive. These are like investment brushes, but these are the ones I always want to have over anything. But I'm going to set these here. I'm not going to take every single one of those with me, probably. I know I'm taking the cat's tongue one. I love that brush. And I know I'm taking the 8. Should I bring a 10? Yeah, I'm going to bring a 10. I'll bring the newer 10. Okay, so we'll take those. And these we will leave here. Let's see what else. These are the Princeton Velvet Touch brushes. I also like these very much, but mostly just because I love the feel of them. Obviously, they're called Velvet Touch. And I like Princeton brushes a lot. I have a ton of Princeton brushes. They're more affordable than my Escodas. I don't have any like travel brushes except that weird one that I just found, but I think that's a nail brush. I don't have any that like close like that. But that's okay because I have the brush holder. Let's see. We've got this number 2 is really, really good because it's tiny. And it comes to a really nice point, and I can do a lot of detail work with that. And that is coming with me for sure. Here's number 6 round. What size are you? Here's a 10 flat shader. I like this one too. And I actually like this one for lifting almost more than painting. And I also like this one for swatching. So that one's coming. I think I'll leave these 2 rounds here because I have the Escoda ones already in the kit. And this guy. This is an angle shader. I painted last night and I used this one quite a bit. So maybe I'm just starting to reach for this angled 1/2 inch brush more often. Yeah. Okay, I like all of those to go. Also, these are all Princeton brushes. I have rub. That's a lie. That is a flat out lie, Pam. These right here. These are Dynasty Black Silvers that I got at United Art and Education. And they're all pretty small. They're all pretty small. And they're just all right. You know what I mean? They're good. Like they decently priced. You can find them fairly easily. Blah blah blah. This one's not a black silver. So these are all from United Art and Education Dynasty Black Silvers. I'm not going to bring any of those. This one is silver black velvet. I guess it is the same. I don't know. I really don't know if this is the same brand as that. If that's Dynasty too, I don't know. Anyway, we're leaving that too. I need a drink. Took my medicine this morning and it makes me sick to my stomach. I hate that. Okay. These are all Princeton brushes. I have 2 Aqua Elites. Yeah. Number 3 and number 12, and I like them, but I don't reach for them all the time, so I can leave those. Let's see. I have a Princeton liner brush. I have a couple of these. Select Artist, and this doesn't have like a line name, but I think I'll take the smaller one, the Select Artist number 1. I'll take that one. And this like really thin liner, super duper thin liner. It's a number 2. I'll take that. And I also like this guy. I'll leave the rest of these. Oh, I'm doing well. And this is a 1/2 inch, like filbert brush. That's that, and it's really good for washes. These, I have some cotton brushes, which are, you know, just okay. I've used them quite a bit, so they're starting to fray a bit, but I can't get rid of them. But yeah, the Winsor & Newton cotton brushes. And this one is another one I believe I found at United Art and Education. It's a number 1 liner. Museum Emerald from Weber. I've not ever even heard of this brand, but it's a good brush, and it's got the like little grippy deal down here, which is nice, but I don't think I need it for this trip because I have those Princeton liners. So I'll leave that one. And these are all like store brand, from different art stores brands, except for maybe the Simmons. Simply Simmons is not a store brand, it's just a brand. This is 2/0. I've already got those liners, so I don't really need that one. This is from United Art and Education. This is a 3/0. It's teeny tiny, but I also don't need that one for this. These 2 green ones are from Plaza Art Supply. Plaza Art Supply. I have a flat and a round, and both 8s. And they're good. I like them. But I kind of have already those here, so I'm gonna leave that. It's like when I want to do plein air or I want to travel or whatever, I always want to bring my best brushes. This is another one from United that's a fan brush, but I don't hardly ever use a fan brush, so I'm gonna leave that just to be packing lighter. I'm sure that'll make a huge difference. Not at all. But this one is from Artisan Santa Fe, and it's a number 8 round, and it's a beautiful brush. Did I bring an 8? Let's see. Yeah, I already brought an 8, so I'm gonna leave that one here also. So yeah, like these guys are the ones I'm taking with me. And of course, I have one long one. I wonder if this will fit in here. I know it's gonna get smushed though. I think it'll be okay. It's down in the bottom like that. Yeah, okay, well, put that one in there, and then we'll put the rest of these in this bad boy. Try to do it a bit by size. Let's see. So I've got the Princeton ones, the big Princeton ones here, then I've got my Cat's Tongue Escoda, I've got my number 8 Escoda, and this is a Princeton number 2. I don't have nearly enough Escodas in here, you guys, anymore. We'll take the 4 also, how about that? Here we go. And then these 2 Princeton liners. Right on. So those are like cool. I think that's pretty much all the brushes I would need to bring with me. Yeah, okay. So that's that. Bing, bang, boom. Now, next, look, we're not even to paint yet, or paper. We're gonna go through these bad boys and see what we want to take with us and what still works. Now, I've got some black paper over here for the gel pens to make sure they're working. Let's see. Okay. And decide what I'm taking with me as far as writing utensils and drawing. Ow. Oh, okay. I've probably got like 3 or 4 black wings in here. Yeah. Every time I can't find one, I just grab a new one because I have a box of them. These are Blackwing Matte Soft Lead. I love, love, love these. Love, love, love. I think that's, yeah, that's all the Blackwings. I'll take these 2 longer ones. Set those aside. I'll take both of these guys. And I'll put that in my little bag. Okay. Microns and black ink pens. This is ridiculous. Oh, here's an eraser to go with those pencils. I don't like kneaded erasers, like, at all. I hate them. I always think I'm going to use them and I never do, and then they just dry up and get gross. So I'm going to try not to ever buy another kneaded eraser. Is that all my black ones? I also have a mechanical pencil just in case for some reason I can't sharpen my black wings. It's like one of those where you can like pick the lead size and all of that. And I know I just recently put lead in this, so I think that's good to go. And I also have my sharpener that's going to go in there. So let's test out these microns and whatnot. So this one is the Stabilo 0.4, which is fairly new, so it's writing just fine. And I like this. I don't remember if it's waterproof though. Dang, I like it, but I can't remember if it's waterproof. And until I look that up, I'm not gonna risk it in plein air. Faber-Castell Pit Artist pen in fine. Ooh, that one's getting a little bit dried out. What is S? Y'all know? I don't know what S is, but okay. That one's good. This is a Pigma BB. This is more like a nib marker, which is in really good shape, and we're taking that. Okay, microns. I got a 2, a 3, and a 5, or 02, 03, 05. Let's see. The 02 is good. 03 is good. I probably bought these as a set anyway. You know, 05. Yep, 05 is good. I'm going to bring the 05 though. I don't, oops, that's the one that's all dried out in it. Oops. Anyway, I'm going to bring these 3. Actually, you know, I'm going to bring just a micron and the Pigma BB. Just those 2. I don't even use black pens that much. So, what else? We have some Caran d'Ache, or Dash, however you say it. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. These are the Caran d'Ache super colors. These are watercolor pencils. They're soft. I like them a lot, but I don't tend to use them plein air painting. Unless I need like to soften something up with the white. Yeah, these are all super colors. Unless I need to soften something up with the white. So I'll bring the white, but I'm going to, it's so nasty outside, y'all. Anyway, but I'm gonna leave the rest here. really probably be the only one I even use in plein air. Okay, next. These damn things. White gel pens are the bane of my existence, which is why I have so many of them, because it's like this one will work and then it won't, and then the next one will work but then it won't, and ugh. My favorite, I mean, that have been the most reliable, and that's not saying much, is the Uniball Signo, what are these called? Uniball Signo gel pens in white. These are all broad nibs. That one's empty, first of all. This one's getting there. But okay, we're gonna test those out on the white paper. So these are all the, ugh. I like what gel pens do when they work properly. When they don't, oh, I hate them so much. Okay, that one's at least attempting to work. Or not. Look, I try so hard to like just like put a little bit of pressure or put a lot of pressure. Be patient with it. Like, it started out working fine and then crapped out. This one, the same thing. Starts working out fine. There we go. This is the one we're taking. And it probably won't work when I'm there. Let's see. So I've also got a Pentel Milky Pop. So that's this one. It's worked, it's not worked, it's white gel pens, man. No, it's just, look, it's full. Sometimes I try to use the back of my hand to get it going. Put it on my tongue, try to get it going. Nothing. So annoying. And this one is a Jelly Roll 08 by Sakura. And it probably won't work. Oh, no, that one's working great. Oh, okay, cool. It is straight up snowing outside, y'all. I'm pissed. Okay. Anyway, so that's that. We have 2 white pens. Hopefully one or the other will work if I need them. The other gel pens I have are a gold and a silver. And those are both Uniball Signo as well. And both of these are broad as well. Let's see how they're going to do today. The gold is perfection. Can you see these? That's the gold and silver. So why won't the white one work like the silver? So there's gold, there's the silver, that's the white Jelly Roll. So yeah, awesome. So those are going. I like to use gold and silver a lot to accent pieces and stuff. And then I recently got these. These I'm definitely not taking. I don't know why they're even in here because I never ever use them. They're Faber-Castell grip neons. Like, I never use them, and they're not even water soluble, I don't think. Yeah, text liner. I'm not, maybe I got I got these in like a grab bag at Blick. That's what it was. But I don't need those. These are the ones that I got, and it was there was a whole set. But these are the 3 metallics, and then there was a white one and a black one, which I don't use in those 2 in marker form all that much. And then I had another one already in silver. So yeah, these should be good to go. They've already been primed and everything. We'll see. Same thing, just to like accent stuff. Great, perfect, wonderful. And this one has a copper, which I had not had before, which is super nice. Which I think will be super nice for Southwest stuff too. So all three of those bad boys are in there, and that's those guys. Pretty, pretty. And they won't be that stark because I'm not painting on black paper, but it's just easier to see it on there. I have one more silver marker, and this is Krylon Silver Leafing Pen. This one I like too. Maybe not quite as reliable, but actually when it dries, it's shinier, in my opinion. But man, the smell, it smells like Krylon. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that one here as well. But so yeah, that's that. I'm gonna put this black paper away. I can put this paper. No, I'm gonna have to swatch the paint probably. Anyway, I have some half pans and some magnets in here just in case I start to put together a new palette, but I hope I don't have to. But we'll go through colors here in a few minutes. I have some water brush pens that I don't generally use to paint with, but I will use to like soften edges and stuff like that on the random occasion. And I like these little short bad boys more than the longer ones. And I just got this new one, like, oh, it was in a Derwent kit, in that Derwent pastel little box. I haven't even used this one yet, so that's the one that's going to come with us, because it's a little round one, I believe. Yeah, a little round, brand spanking new. So clean. Take that one. The rest of these can stay. I also have this little mini sprayer, which is super nice, like if you're painting on an airplane or something like that. You're not getting all like your big old sprayer bottle and stuff out. So I like to keep that in there. Excuse me. As far as these little bottles, this is my little spray bottle, my normal spray bottle. So that'll go, but this one's like a little bit smaller but fatter. What do I want to do? This one's new too. Where did this one come from? We'll take the new one. It's already empty. We'll take the new one. So I'm gonna set that there. That's it might go in that one. Yeah, it might. That bag holds a lot. It's so cool. I have this little water bottle that came out of Amy Tangerine little travel palette, which is so cute, but I'm not going to be using it here today or on this trip. But it's super cute to just keep in like a bag like that to refill whatever. But I'm not going to take that either. I do have a pipette. Am I going to need it? Yeah, I'm going to need it. If I need to re-wet paint or something, I'll put that in there. Let's see. I have a clip. I like that if I need to hold paper down. Actually, I should have a couple, shouldn't I? I have more, I know. Yeah. So I'm going to take 2 clips and a rubber band to hold anything down that needs to be held down. There's that. I mean, look how much that holds. It's amazing. Whew. Let's see. Okay, for a water container, I have this guy that I like a lot. It's from Faber-Castell. It pops open like that. Put water in it. You can rest brushes like that. It's super duper nice, and especially if you have a flat place to set it. And then I have my like metal water bottle. This I got at Rhythmia in Costa Rica. I went to an ayahuasca retreat spa. Awesome journey there. And this was one of the gifts, and it's perfect because it has a little carabiner that I can hang from my bag. Obviously, it'll be empty going through airports. Then I can fill it up later. But yeah, it's great. It's, you know, water doesn't spill out of it. It's metal, so it's not going to break. It's fantastic. I love this thing. So that's that. That'll go. Do I want this? Yes. Because I'm really not going to have anything to hang my, like, hanging water thing from while I'm painting. But this, like, expands also, just like the Faber-Castell one. This is a Holbein one. Basically, like, it accordions out, and then you can put water in it, hang it from your easel or whatever you're working from. But I'm not using an easel, so I don't think, I'm just going to take this one, and it'll be fine. I have a couple sizes of that guy. I like those a lot. Okay, so we'll take this one. Doesn't take up very much space. It's good. Does that fit in there? Anyway. So we've gone through everything but the paint, huh? Pretty much. Oh, paper. Paper, y'all. This is a journey. Okay. I had gotten this mixed media tablet. This one got piece of trash from who was this from? Strathmore. For this trip, because it was mixed media and I knew I wasn't going to be doing like final paintings, you know, but it's too crappy for that, so it'll just be a sketchbook and whatever here. So I went out and I got this Arches pad. I had a coupon at Michael's, thank goodness, because this paper is not cheap. It's about the best paper I think you can get. I like this, and I also like Fabriano, but I don't have a Fabriano tablet. Maybe I could order one online, I don't know, but neither here nor there. I had gotten this at Plaza Artist Material in Cincinnati last week, and I hadn't planned on using it quite so soon. But it is a good size, especially if you're just like sitting on a rock and painting, right? This hasn't even been out that long as far as I know. So it's a travel journal. Both of these are the same paper. It's cold press, which I like. So it's got some texture to it. 140 pound. This one has 15 sheets in it, and this really interesting landscape setup. It's 6 inches by 10 inches. But I could turn it this way as well. But it's really, I mean, it's nice. I've not had this size, and I've not had a spiral bound Arches pad ever. So I'm really happy with that, and it's got a nice hard back too. So that's coming. I didn't think I was going to be bringing on this trip, but because that was such trash, I'm like, well, I'm either going to go with garbage or like the very best, so I'm going with the very best. I mean, you might as well. What if you do come out with something that like is something you want to, you know, comes out just good enough to sell, you know what I mean, and you got it on crappy paper. So I thought through that a little bit more. So both of these are going, this one I was painting last night. These can come, I don't know, maybe I'll leave it in there. I did this desert piece last night. Just trying to test out colors of what I want to bring with me. It could use some work still, but I mean, I was doing this at 4 in the morning, so there's that. These are just super brights that I don't need for the desert. So I'm going to bring both of these. And I have this little guy, this like leather cover that I've used for journals. I've used it for appointment books. I've used it for all kinds of things because I can't get rid of it. It's just so pretty. I love, like, you can see it a little closer. It's leather. It smells amazing. It's beautiful. It's embossed. So what I did in here was I put in, I think, I want to say, this is watercolor paper, but it's like one of those, I think it's Strathmore also, but this one actually is watercolor paper. It's thick. But I've taken the cover off. It's like one of those visual journals, the old school ones with the really hard covers. There's only a few pages left in that one, but it fits in here really nicely. And then what I've also done is back here, I've put in a couple pages of what I had left of this block of hot press Fluid 100. Who makes Fluid 100? Speedball. Fluid 100. So I put those in the little back thing. So like this would even be like a quicker little urban sketch thing. So that is it for paper. I just put this in here so I wouldn't forget what that paper was in the back. So that's good to go. Now, let's see. Oh, good, it stopped snowing. Jeez. I have several travel palettes, but I don't know that they are super, what do I want to say, deserty colors. This is like my standard travel palette, like I generally take everywhere, but it has everything, you know. So you can see there's a lot of like brights in here, and oops, that one came out. You can tell it's been well loved. This palette specifically was blessed by a shaman in Costa Rica at Rhythmia. I even got a Rhythmia sticker on there. I've got a bunch of stickers on here. So I always like want to keep it the way it is, you know what I mean, because it was blessed the way it is. I'm eventually going to have to let go of the idea of keeping this configuration, probably, if I want to continue using this palette. And it has been banged up. It's it's like nearly broken over here, but it's like I've had it for years, and it has stuck it through a whole lot. There's 48 pans in here, I think. All right, yeah, at least. Yeah, 48 pans. And all different brands. I mean, there's a bit of everything in here, but all colors that I love. But I was hoping to do a little more like a desert specific kind of palette. So I think I'm gonna leave.
On store side.
No worries. I think I'm gonna leave this here and maybe try to curate something that's a little more specific to the place I'm going. I'm just gonna pull out palettes here. This one is all Holbein colors. I don't want to bring a palette this big. And it's sharp. This sucker is sharp. This tin is not Holbein. I don't know who made this tin. I think I got it on Amazon. But these colors are all Holbein, and I love them. But also, again, look how bright, you know? So I need some more muted kind of deals for the desert if I'm doing plein air painting there. And it's big. Let's see. In here, in this Caran d'Ache little thing, I just have some Primatech, or not Primatech, Where did I get that from? Fine Tech metallics that I like to use. Which I'll just keep over here because I might be using those. This is like a secondary palette that I tend to trouble with. I never clean my palettes. It's ridiculous. Nothing in here is like screaming desert to me, but we'll see if there's anything I need out of it. Let's see. I could make a specific palette for this trip in this cigar box, which might be really cool because it's like lightweight, could hold a lot of paint. Let me think. If I did that, let's see how many. Some of these already have magnets on the back. That's cool. Oops. I could fit a ton of paint in here. Let me see. Does it close? Yeah. It could just be like another secondary palette. I gotta think about if I put paints in these, if like I pour paints in these, are they going to be dry enough by the time we leave on Thursday for this not to be a goopy mess? I know Sennelier won't. The Holbein is iffy. I wonder if I could put that little watercolor brush in here. No, it doesn't fit. Well, that would have been so cute, but that's all right. If I do this, I think with mainly pre-poured pans out of other palettes, I won't have to worry about the dry down so much. Check that out. That's a lot. That's 35 in there. What? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There's 35 colors in there. That's cool. Let's consider that. I wish I had full pans. That one may even be even better in there. Let's see. Let's see what we got. That's like already pre-poured and deserty. What is this? Okay, so these are some of those Derwent, what are they called? Ink tints, or the graphite ones. Not a huge fan of them. This, though, is Sedona. Yeah, Daniel Smith Sedona. I'll pop that in there for sure. I'm not sure what this one is either, but it's going in here. I'm terrible at keeping record of what's in each pan. Like, I just know it when I see it. Okay, that's all I want from that one. What are you? Oh, that's a handmade one. I made that watercolor. Ooh, nope. Don't need any of those bad boys. Oh, I have so much paint, you guys. I still have this Etcher travel palette that my husband got for me a couple years ago, and it's really nice. And it has these colors in it. Not super duper deserty. I mean, it's good, but these are so tiny to get your brush into. But it's, I mean, it's a nice kit. It really is. If you're using small brushes and not big washes, then we'll leave that. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I don't know if this was even in frame, but these were the colors I started picking out to put in this palette. Which I think this is gonna work well. Not sure yet. I brought out the big guns too to look in for pans as well. Okay, this is that pastel Derwent scent I was talking about, which I don't need anything from, not for this. Okay, maybe the Storm Gray, but we'll come back to that if we need to. Let's see. This is my studio palette. I don't take this anywhere because it's heavy and huge. I put this together from a gel plate tin from Tim Holtz. Is it Tim Holtz? I think, yeah. And there's a bajillion colors in here. These White Nights, I believe. I think so. I think these White Nights, I don't want to put those in because they are also kind of sticky, and I don't want them sticking to the top of the tin. Let's see. These up here are all the Mission Gold Pure Pigment set. This guy, which I love. Okay, so it's complete. We got it, right? Okay, cool. Check it out. So what I've done is I made a color chart, and then I took Yupo paper, which is a plastic paper. Looks like this without the sticker, but it's like that. It's just like paper, but made out of plastic, okay? And I used a glue marker from Express It to glue that in, and I had not used that marker before, and it's really good. So yeah, I mean, it's stuck. Oh well, now maybe. Oh, it's not dry yet. It's stuck in there pretty good, and then it's not dry yet, but hopefully it'll stay in there well. And so I've got the palette complete, and I have it in the order that I want it, and this is the colors we went with for the desert, and I will read them off from top to bottom, what those are. So it's Lunar Black from Daniel Smith, Moon Glow from Daniel Smith, Shadow Violet, who is that from? Holbein, Neutral Tint, I believe that's Daniel Smith also, I didn't put that on here. Dusty Mauve is from Prima, Suede is from Prima, Permanent Red Deep is Mission Gold, Caput Mortuum Violet is Winsor Newton, Piemontite is Daniel Smith, Potter's Pink, Winsor Newton, Bloodstone's Daniel Smith, Sedona's Daniel Smith, Red Jasper is Daniel Smith, Red Brown is Mission Gold, Burnt Sienna is Core, the next one is a Jasper Stardust Handmade watercolor, the next one is a Prima watercolor with just the number 38, the next one is Quinacridone Gold from Core, the next is Terracotta from Prima, Shell Pink from Holbein, Green Gold from Mission Gold, where am I? Yellow Ochre number 2 from Mission Gold, Cadmium Yellow Deep from Holbein, Naples Yellow from M. Graham, and then the next one is another Jasper Stardust Handmade watercolor. And then there is Shadow Green from Holbein, and Viridian from Mission Gold, and Serpentine from Daniel Smith. So hopefully you can see this well. Last row is Sanguine Green, that's Daniel Smith. Then Cobalt Green Deep, which is Mission Gold. Then we have Sleeping Beauty Turquoise from Daniel Smith. Cobalt Turquoise Hue from Mission Gold, Cerulean from Mission Gold, Cobalt Blue 2 from Mission Gold, and Lavender from Holbein. And that's what I went with. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix on this, gotta be able to see it, on this mixing area that I made to make sure that it's gonna work well. And the other cool thing is that little brush that I found fits in here, and I tested it out. I mean, it's not the best brush ever. It was made for nails. It was never used on nails. It was a new brush, but it does pop open like this, so it holds a lot of water. It's like a kind of not very stiff, let's just say that, but I think on the go, if I don't have all my other brushes out or something, it might work out pretty good. I'm gonna mix Lunar Black, hopefully so you can see, and what? I'm gonna mix it with what is it called? Cobalt Green Deep. And that Lunar Black, is it Lunar Black or Mars Black that makes things granulate. I can't remember. It might be Mars black. This is lunar black right here, and it makes a beautiful color. Let me see, I can probably paint it in this paper right here. Yeah, this brush isn't awful. It holds a lot of water and paint. It doesn't come to an incredible point, but for covering some area, it's not too bad. So just mix that color right there. And then I can just wipe out that mixing area. Cool, 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 cool beans. And then this brush just closes right back up. See, I can bring it to a point, but it's such long hairs that it's just not stiff enough to do any detail work or anything. But I mean, hey, just for like playing around with, to have like the smallest kit ever, that'll work. So there is that palette. Kind of funny, like I didn't pick this specifically because of this, but the cigar case happens to have a sugar skull on it, and we're going to New Mexico, so I think that's cool. Yeah, so that's good to go, and that is the whole kit right there. Everything I'm taking for art, boom, right there, everything. It's all going into that backpack, and we're good to go. See you guys later.